Hey, what's up? This is Todd Smith. I'm back with another video. This is gonna be a personal one, guys. Might not get a lot of views, but to the people who really like this channel, it should give you some insight into me, my story, where I started, where I am now, and where we're going. This video is going to focus on the aspect that when I started YouTube, I was in a transitioning point from a homeless that was kind of sleeping under a tree one moment, on a couch the next, and just getting over a really kind of dark period of my life. I was just getting out of that phase of my life when I started uploading my very first YouTube videos to the synthesizer world. And this reflects in the quality. They were very low quality, very low budget. Actually, a friend bought me the camera needed to just start the videos, and then I kind of just used what I had at the time with absolutely zero skill in video, audio, putting that all together. And I definitely didn't have the gear to record it right or reference right to make sure that it was sounding good for other people. And when I started releasing those videos, I mean, just like today, it's out of pure passion for synthesizers, for making music, whether that be talking about them or sharing my music I make, or maybe sharing workflow and helping you out with a tutorial. When I started doing this, I had no plans of monetization. I didn't think I'd ever hit 1,000 subs. I didn't think anyone would actually care, but I was just doing it because I love to do it, and it was just a form of expression that I've never really done before, and it felt healthy at the time just to be moving forward in that creative manner. Sure enough, some of my early Volca videos, as bad as they were in quality, really caught on to the community, and I have to give a shout out to the Volca community to giving me that initial boost. It took me a very long time to even start making just a bare minimum on YouTube. You know, it took me months and months and months of grinding just to start making a few bucks. So when I started going back to work and getting more motivated in the YouTube itself, and kind of that motivated me back into the workplace, I really had no idea or concept that YouTube possibly could cover all my bills. Granted, my bills are very low. Before we say this, I don't have a kid, I don't have a car, I rent a very cheap apartment with a roommate, and I don't feel the need to buy expensive gear. As you guys know who watch my channel, I'm content with pushing small stuff very hard, and I'm in no rush to get new stuff. So all this leads to a very low overhead in my life. So I went back to work full time with full means of investing into my studio, and that's how I got everything you see here today. All the gear in my studio, the studio monitors. After a couple years of me saving up for gear while building up momentum in YouTube, before I knew it, I had enough momentum in YouTube to consider going part-time. I could comfortably drop back to part-time hours and cover a good portion of my bills with what I'm making off YouTube and Patreon even at that point, which was way more than I ever thought I'd ever have before. And I thought to myself, this might be worth it. Yes, I'm cutting back on my pay from an employer, but I'm giving more time to my content, and in the end, there's more reward if that works out. You know, so I debated the risk and reward, and when I really think about it, I don't really have a massive career. I have what most people would consider dead-end jobs. So at that point, the risk-reward became very easy for me to choose. So I started dropping down to part-time hours and really focusing more on YouTube. Dropping back to part-time ended up being a very smart move, because all of a sudden I was able to get content out a lot more. Not working 40 hours a week and the drain involved in your energy gave me that boost, which started the momentum that you see today, where I'm posting pretty much every single day. And that slow build up over the last year has led me to the point where now I'm pretty much covering all my rent 100% off YouTube and Patreon, which is absolutely insane in my eyes. I never thought that would, be the case. Right now, I use pretty much eBay and a few other aspects to fill in the void, to cover my utilities, give me a little bit of fun money. And it's insane to think that in the next 1 to 2 years, I could possibly be above that, and to the point I could be comfortably never having to think about working for somebody else again. And 100% of my time can always be focused on my music and content. As long as I keep going, this is only the start of the channel, guys. As always, stay positive, stay creative, support each other in peace.